The Continental Cup was this last weekend, and the Continental Cup is always one of my favorite weekends of darts because it is the grand finale of the CDC Pro Tour, which is our pro tour here that we have in North America for darts. I always say, or I call it the Super Bowl of North American darts whenever I talk to people that don't know anything about darts, because I don't really know any other way to put it. We have a season, people play, they get ranked, and then there's the grand finals. So that's basically, how I sum up the Continental Cup. So it was an awesome weekend of darts. Alex Spellman ended up getting the win, so big congratulations to him. He also qualified for some big PDC stuff, so really exciting for him. And there's one major takeaway that I took from watching him play, and I want to talk about that because this piece of advice is something that will help you guys so much, and I see so many players struggle with this. And once you realize this thing that I'm going to talk about, your perception of the game will change, or at least hopefully it does, for the better. So before we get into that, guys, if you're new to Bullshot Darts, please make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. Drop the video a thumbs up. I'm just out here trying to help grow the sport of darts, help you guys get better, help players get better, and also live my dream of traveling and playing darts. So subscribing and liking helps that, and sharing the video if you found it useful. So first of all, I just want to talk about the Continental Cup for a quick second. It is so cool seeing the Continental Cup grow and just the CDC in general. It was not that long ago that there were not fans in attendance for the Continental Cup, and now they actually sell tickets so people can come sit and watch the event. Now, it's not like it's a ton of people like the PDC has or Madison Square Garden, but the fact that it went from 0 fans to what it is now, it's just a testament to how the sport is growing here in North America. And it is so cool to see, and that's why I always encourage you guys to go out, because the sport is growing. The more players that come out and play, it's going to provide a lot more opportunity for all of our players, which is just huge, because darts deserves to have more North American players that live off just their darts. Because if we could focus more on our darts, like a lot of the guys in the PDC do, I think that's when you're going to start seeing more North American players make deeper runs in more of these PDC events and the World Championship and stuff. So anyways, it's just cool to see the sport grow, and it was just a great weekend of darts. Now, let's talk about this one thing. What are we going to score a 3 here? Whew. Saves it on the 3rd. Let's talk about this key takeaway that I took from watching Alex Spellman play. In the quarterfinals, he was playing Leonard Gates, and Leonard is obviously one of the best players that we have here in North America, arguably the best. Just incredible. He just came off a big weekend. I forget what the soft tip tournament is, but he ended up winning that. So yeah, anyways, great player. He went up 3-0 on Spellman, and he was throwing right around 100. I forgot what this was a race to, maybe a race to 6 or 7, whatever. But anyways, now Alex Spellman is playing Leonard Gates, and he's down 3-0, and Leonard's throwing 100. It just seems like Leonard's not going to miss. But Spellman kept his head in the game, and he ended up getting the victory. So he was down 3 legs, and he was able to make the comeback and win the match, which put him into a lot of momentum going into the semifinals, where he played Adam Savada. And my pick for the day was Adam Savada because he had a record-breaking season. His darts are just absolutely insane. Quick little side story about him is I played him in Chicago at the CDC earlier this year. I lost my tour card last year, but I got invited because not enough people showed up. That's the only way I can get into these events, is if other people don't show up, and then they're begging for players to come. So I played Adam Savada, and I had 1 look at a double, and that was it. I forgot what I was at, but I had 1 look at the bullseye, and I missed it. Savada had 139 left, and I'm thinking like, all right, I should come back and have a look at this. Well, needless to say, he took out the 139. I did not get a look at that, and that was my only look at a double for the whole match. And I think he ended up throwing like a 96 or something. I forgot what it was, but it was just so cool seeing darts like that being played. I don't care if I win or lose. I love seeing good darts. He threw good darts and whooped me, but That's a little side story. He had a great season. He won, gosh, I don't remember if it was 4 or 5 events in a row. The greatest run the CDC has seen, and possibly the best run it will ever see. So anyways, I thought he was going to win, but Spellman had that momentum from that comeback against Gates, and he beat Sabata. Now he is going into the finals where he is playing David Cameron, which I thought was an awesome finals because I think there was only 2 Canadians in the event. So to have an American player versus a Canadian player in the finals, I think is cool. 2 representatives of each country in the finals. And Cameron went up 1-0. No, I'm sorry. Cameron went up 5-1. And Spellman came back and won the next 7 legs to win it 8-5. So he was down 5-1 against David Cameron, kept his head in the game, went on to win the next 7 legs to win 8-5. So what I want to talk about is what he did in those comebacks. When you are down big, it can be easy to, I don't want to necessarily say give up, but have that negative mindset start creeping in that you're down, you have that negative mindset, your confidence comes down, you start speeding up your throw, you start getting over emotional, and before you know it, that negative mindset from being down takes over, and then you guaranteed are going to lose because you keep that negative mindset. And that is what Spellman didn't do. So what he did is that he took it 1 leg at a time. And that is all you can do in a game of darts, is 1 leg at a time. So he didn't care that he was down 5-1. Now, I haven't talked to him. I can't read his mind. I don't know what's going on in his mind. But my guess was just that. Of course, he sees the scoreboard. He's down 5-1. But I don't think he was stressing about it. I don't think he was too worried about it because he knows that if he just takes it 1 leg at a time and throws the darts that he knows that he can throw, that he'll be okay. And even if he doesn't, even if he's not okay and he still ends up losing, he kept his mind in that positive mindset of moving forward, which at least gives him the chance, because if he were to have given up or get that negative mindset, then he guaranteed would have lost both of those matches. Darts is a sprint. You are not playing against the person, you are playing against the board. Now, obviously you are technically playing against someone, but it does not matter what that person does. It's a sprint. When a sprinter approaches the start line, they're not thinking about the person to the left or right of them. All they're thinking about is, I'm going to run from here to that finish line as fast as I possibly can. If I end up beating these guys, cool. If I'm slower than them, it is what it is, but I'm going to run as fast as I possibly can to that finish line. And that's what it is all about darts, is that whether you're down or up, whatever it is, all you need to keep your mindset is that next leg or whatever leg it is that you are in. If you start looking too far down the line, that is when some bad darts might start creeping up on you. And honestly, that's why it's sometimes hard to play from ahead. I can't tell you how many matches I have blown because I was ahead. I would get too comfortable. I'm thinking I'm going to win. Maybe I'm thinking about my next darts match after I get the win. And it distracts myself, and I completely blow the game. Whereas if I would have just stayed in the mindset of, okay, I just need to win this leg, and then this leg, and then this leg, I maybe wouldn't have blown so many of those darts matches. So that's the big takeaway that I got from him, watching him go on and win the Continental Cup, is that you just have to take every single match 1 leg at a time. It doesn't matter what your predicament is, how much you're down, how much you're up, 1 leg at a time. And now to build on this, I also want to talk about the streakiness in darts. Darts is all about streakiness. It is not common that you're going to have these players throwing at their top level all the time. It's always a game of waves. It's always about consistency. We talk about consistency all the time. If all of these best players could throw at their highest consistency at all the time, we would be seeing 100 averages all the time, even here in North America. But the fact is that the game is very streaky. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, and you're going to have the in-betweens. So that's another thing you have to keep in mind, if you're down in a darts match is that, yeah, maybe you had a string of bad darts and maybe they had a string of good darts. But that doesn't mean that you can't pick up a good string of darts and then they start missing darts. If you're playing from behind and you get that negative mindset, you're guaranteed going to lose. But if you keep the mindset one leg at a time and you're well aware that you can start throwing better darts and your opponent might start missing some darts, that mindset is going to keep you in the game because it lets you know that there's always that chance, which you always have to believe that there is that chance. Now, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but my point is that you have to keep your head in the game, play it one leg at a time because you never ever know when you're going to heat up or when your opponent's going to slow down. And I guess that's it, guys. That's pretty much it for this video, and by pretty much it, I mean that is all I got to say. Let's get in one more match here, one more throw here. Darts have been really bad. I just recorded a video, and I actually threw decent, but now I can't hit anything, which is typical. All right, we can maybe end it with the 180. Oh, I thought we could end it with the 180. All right, guys, that's it. Once again, another big congratulations to Alex Spellman. Awesome weekend of darts. Take these lessons into your future tournaments. And that's it, guys. I'll see you all in the next one, and shoot well.